Hello, welcome to the J Deadman channel. So, I'm making this video right now with 6 whole subscribers on YouTube. I mostly work on TikTok. I stream a bit on Twitch and Kick. Neither of those platforms are very overwhelming. My TikTok is where I've gotten the most traction. And while I haven't made much, I've made some revenues on TikTok. I'm making this video just as an introduction. I decided to double down on content creation. I think that there is a piece of the pie that is not being met. And that, to me, is just more relatable, average guy content, right? So, I'll talk about my take on some politics. I'll talk about, maybe review certain things like that, right? We're going to maybe enjoy some jokes here or there. We'll do that, sure. I like to game. I'm a gamer guy, right? So I'm going to continue to post a lot of gaming clips on this channel. I'll do lives if you want to join me for those, and we will chop it up. I definitely like to have fun with the chat while I'm playing and talk about anything and everything. But really, I also want to cover more important parts of life, right? And from a orthodox, average guy perspective. I'm not a theologian. I'm not here to lecture you on how you ought to be, but I want to share my trials with living an orthodox life, with raising a family, and what that looks like in modern America. I think that there are, in my opinion, and from what I've observed, there are a lot of men today who feel like it's just not possible. They feel like women are overall so scandalized. It is hard to make a good living enough to afford. Sorry, that plane was loud. It's hard to make a good living enough to afford to provide for a family and move up in the world. And I feel like a lot of people feel displaced. I came from a secular background myself, and so growing up, religion was never really much of a thought to me. It wasn't until my teenage years that I became more exposed to at least Protestant ideas, and as I started to be more exposed to the online space and have more discussions with people, I came into the Orthodox faith, and that was just about a little over 6 years ago. And so, really, I just want to be in my own way an example to the fact that it is possible to have a good life. And that life doesn't come without struggle. We're all going to have struggles in life. And, from what I observe in the comment sections online and posts that I see, I feel like there is a lot of people who are, black-pilled, if you would. People who feel like they are beaten down by what the world has become. And I want to be a source of optimism for the men out there, especially the young men out there, to know that it is doable. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't need to be a doctor. You can be a working class guy, live a good life, and avoid aircraft sounds. Hey, I'm obviously not rich. I'm taking a break and making this video in my car. Right? So it's not like I have a studio or something to record in. If I were to try and make a video at this hour at home, my kids would be all over me, right? So this is the nature of life, is that whatever you want to accomplish, you've got to make time for that. And no one is going to do what you need to do for yourself. And so if you're struggling with health, if you're struggling with diet, if you're struggling financially, you have to assess the situation, put the hard work in, find the time to create change for yourself. And so I am leading by example by making this video right now. It is that simple. It is that you have to take the initiative and be the change in your life that you really want to see come to fruition. So for me, no joke, I work 50 plus hours a week. My family of 7, I'm married, I have 5 kids. 3 of them are under 3. And so in order to provide for my family, I work as much as I need to. And that is really the reality of it. But I don't just stop there, because that's not necessarily where I want to be, and it's not sustainable. And so what else do you do? You have to find other avenues where you can earn extra income, where you are trading less time for more money per se, and because everything you do is going to take a degree of time and is only going to earn so much money. And so I probably shouldn't have tried to record this near the airport, but what are you going to do? And so as you start to find things that you can be passionate about, that's going to be the way that you can really start to change where you are in life. So maybe you don't want to make content. Maybe this isn't something for you. There's going to be other things though that are out there. It could be woodworking. It could be painting. It could be car repair. If you're into vehicles, and you actually don't have to make content about you. I ran into a guy the other day that his content is literally, he can't even afford a car himself, and he works, and he's a young guy, and he's trying to change his prospects in life, and so he really likes cars but can't afford a nice car himself. So he was telling me how he goes to car shows and he records videos about the car shows in general, about other people's cars, and he makes clips, he makes content, short form, long form, posted on all these different sites. And so he likes to make content, but he doesn't really like to do it about himself necessarily, or maybe he doesn't feel like he has the means to do it about himself as far as the type of content that he likes. But that doesn't stop him, and it shouldn't stop you. You should find the time on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to compile and build up the skills in the thing that you love to do. Now, for me personally, as I started to learn this in about my, I would say, my 20s, I experimented with different business ideas. I tried different things like phone repair. I learned how to work on cars. I've learned a number of different skills. We're going to keep playing this window game because, guys, it's hot, but I also don't want to mess up the video with like overbearing airplane noise. So sorry that's what we're doing. But again, dedication looks like this right here. And I want to make content that shows you the reality of pursuing your dreams. And I want to encourage you to pursue your dreams. So we're going to roll the windows up. We're going to roll the windows down. We're going to sweat it out together, because that's the game of life, boys. That's the game of life. And that's what we're here to do. So anyways, I pursued a bunch of different things in my 20s. I tried a number of different side hustle kind of things. And if you don't know what you want to do, try different stuff, man. You know what I mean? But if you can find one thing that you can be passionate about, it's not going to maybe make you money right away, but you can perfect it. And when you're perfect at something, when you're great at something, when you are skilled at something, you'll make money doing that thing. You can make money doing that thing. Don't be afraid to tell people what you're good at, and don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the biggest thing. And if you're not a extrovert, it's okay. Dude, use AI or something to help you make videos. Where there is a will, there is a way, and I believe that you can do it. I believe, and I'm showing you that I believe that I can do it by making this video today. So I hope that encourages you guys off the bat to pursue your dreams. Now, what I'll say is that when you're younger, it's gonna be easier. The less that people depend on you and you depend on you to earn money, the more flexibility you have. So the earlier you start taking risks and betting on yourself, the better off you'll be. But if you're like me, where, hey, now I am 32 years old, I have a family that depends on me, it's not like I can just not work a job and make money. And you can't just go from making $70,000 a year in a profession or something that you're skilled in, and then say, well, I want to be an artist, so I'm just going to go make basically nothing. That's not how the world works. Or, oh, I want to be a mechanic, I'm going to stop making money while I go and get my certification. for however many months it takes to do that. You can't just drop the ball. So you've got to learn to dribble the ball here while you're picking up and observing the ball over here, right? You have to keep the ball bouncing here and think about, how do I change my life over here at the same time? And so it's about resetting without letting one thing go. And you have to find, and if you can, find the overlap in those things. So one of the things that I do to generate some income, and I want to really share kind of a more recent part of my journey, because I feel like it could be inspirational to others. So to share with you, like I said, through my 20s, I spent most of my time, or I spent a lot of my time doing different side hustles and things like that, trying to make extra money on the side, but really trying to find my passion on the side. I've always wanted to be kind of a entrepreneur, and I was really working on trying to find things that I'm passionate about on the side, and that's really been the struggle for me. And so, but I did spend most of my life to this point in a career capacity in restaurant management, and one opportunity after another. I tried different things. I've managed to increase my income and perfect my, I would say, management skills to a degree. But I realized that it was never going to take me where I wanted to go, and it just was not fulfilling. I just was not happy doing what I was doing. So I realized I could make enough money on rideshare. It would be somewhat of a pay cut, but I could make enough money on rideshare that I could leave restaurant work and I would have at least some degree of independence. As I sat today thinking about what this video would be like, I was able to say, all right, I think I have it down in my head. I'm going to just stop, take a break, and do what I need to do. Now, it's not just that, though. I've been working on for a few years now, graphic design, trying to understand a bit of marketing and sales skills so that I could work on moving and transitioning into another industry or using my skills in a different way. And so as I drive and do rideshare, I also network with people. And when I get contracts to do things like different marketing work, graphic design, and things like that, I can easily set aside the time in the day to do those kind of jobs, those kind of contract jobs. But so I can take the time to make the content that I need to, or be flexible to do the things that I need to do or want to do with my family. So to me, that's very important. And that is how, for at least in my circumstance, that I was able to break the cycle that I was in of just clocking in, clocking out, and feeling like there was no other way around it. And so in the phase now, I have a sales job that I'm about to start in that I feel really good about. I've been making a little bit of money on content by promoting products for brands on TikTok. And I've been making more and more content. I've been investing more and more in myself, and I find that I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy some of the connections that I've made through the content that I've made. I like to see other people's perspective, and it's driven me sharing mine has driven other people to share with me. And so I enjoy that kind of dance in life myself. So anyways, that's kind of the backstory, a little bit about what I'm here to do and why it might interest you. And I encourage you to follow in this journey with me if this is something that might inspire you to change, and maybe I can help you to see these different avenues. If you drop comments, I will 100% be responsive. You can follow me on TikTok, and it's Jay Deadman on everything. Follow me wherever, but you can engage, and I will 100% respond and do my best to share with you what I can. I think that through my history in management, it comes with a degree of having to be adaptable and having to find information in order to solve problems. And so if there's things that you would like my take on, I'd be happy to review it. I think I will start to do at least like one weekly review of random videos that I find interesting. I'll sit and watch it and give my commentary on it. Maybe on a live format, I think would be good. But I will continue to post game clips a little bit more. And I'm going to include YouTube in my live rotation more as well. So I typically do some TikTok live streams, and then I do a multi-stream with Kick and Twitch. I think I'm going to add YouTube to that. And we'll work on growing in that way. So if you're somebody that is looking for a sense of community, if you want to see what it looks like from a different perspective in the world and give you opportunity to grow in your own way, I hope that this can be the place for you. And if you've made it this far in the video, you're probably a legend. You're probably a fucking legendary person that just doesn't know it yet. So I really appreciate it. Please comment below if you would like my take on whatever. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to turn my car on because I'm fucking baking out here. And appreciate you guys. See you next time.